Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we're going to take all this and build this awesome shanty town made by Battle Systems. I bought this set about 2 years ago and still haven't opened it, so here we go. It's the Shanty Town by Battle Systems, and in this video you'll see it all unboxed, have a close-up look at the contents, and I'll get it all built and laid out on the table with some miniatures as well. And so here it is, the Shantytown core set. You can find it at Battle Systems, Amazon, your friendly local game stores hopefully as well, and all the instructions to build it are online as well. You don't get the instructions in this set, you don't really need it though. But as you can see here, you've got a massive setup, all the contents detailed there so you know exactly what's coming. And again, there's the link for all the details and full instructions. Alright, let's get this open then. If you've been watching the channel, you'll know I'm a big fan of Battle Systems. I bought a bunch of sets. I've done some collabs with them as well on the game Core Space, and recently an awesome set for Kill Team. And I think this has got some Kill Team potential as well. And as we open it up, you can see there, that's the lid. We've got the envelope, we'll get that open and get the contents out. It comes with a 2-foot by 2-foot game mat, and that's in the mouse mat material. We'll have a close look at that. I'll get it unfolded and set up on the table. And then the rest of the box is pretty much just a big chunk of card, and we're going to pop all this out, and this is what we're going to use to make all the buildings. We'll get rid of that box out the way. You can see there a ton of card sheets, all double-sided, great quality printing, nice and thick, and this is going to be everything we need to set up a complete table for Kill Team, Population Z, Infinity, and even for some other games. I'm thinking this would be great for Fallout, the new faction Skirmish game that's coming out soon. But anyway, let's get going. We'll get this envelope out first, and this is going to contain all the little pegs that you connect all the pieces together with. So you put it in this padded envelope. That just protects the mat. It protects the cardboard as well, so you don't get any imprints. So that's a nice touch that they do that. Here's the mat then, 2-foot by 2-foot. Let's zoom in and have a real close-up look at the print quality. Nice and crisp, some awesome details on there, really setting the scene for some kind of shanty town or apocalypse. We're looking at 24 inches. By the time it's dead flat, it'll be bang on 24 by 24. And I'll just lay some other mats on top to smooth it out. You can see the thickness there as well, and we've got printing just on one side. Alright, now let's have a look at the card sheets then. So this is what it's all about. And then they're double-sided. You get some different artwork on each side as well to mix things up. So you've got tons of variety here. And as I mentioned earlier, there's no set way to build it. So you can put it together in loads of different ways. You've got complete control. Things like the stairs obviously have to go in a certain way. But as far as the buildings and walls and things like that go, you can put them together in lots of different ways. I'm going to build it later on and make it match the box art. But it's up to you, the direction you go in. You can see a lot of these are repeated as well. We're going through a big chunk. I'll count the sheets up and show you those in a moment. But here you can see, again, double-sided. So once you've got all these panels, it's going to look very like mixed up, very diverse. So that's really nice. And then you get some sheets that are like single sheets. And these are going to give you things like crates. You're going to get a cargo container, fridges, some awesome signs in here, air conditioning units, bins. You're going to get stairs, more steps, shelves, barriers, sofas, all sorts. So this is what really creates the immersion for me, and I love all these little details. And then all the signs as well are done really well. So you've got all sorts here, filing cabinet, table, chairs, wardrobes, there's everything. You've got some signs as well that you can use. These little mailboxes are really nice. And it just all adds some features, adds character. You can use it to search. The crates are fantastic because the lids come on and off, so you can put little tokens inside if you want to, just like they do with their Core Space game. But in Population Z, you can use these as searchable items, so that's really fun. There's the Winchester arms, that would be cool. So they've got some nice signs in there to choose from. And you can see you've got the dumpsters as well, and the little holds. And then we've got all these ones which are repeated. So you've got 2 of these that are the same. And then these ones, you're going to get, 5 of those? And then with this one, you're going to get 8 of the same. And these are going to make up your big panels. Then all these other ones that we've just looked through will all be singles. You'll just get 1 of each of those. Now everything's out of the box. I've just laid out all the sheets here so you can have a really good look at what the contents look like all out on the table. There's quite a lot chucked in this set. and I think I paid £68 for it at the time. You can get some great deals with the links I put in the description to Wayland and Element Games. Check out Amazon, check out Battle Systems. They've got sales going on often as well, and hopefully get this for a really good price. But now it's time to get it built. So I'm going to go through and I'll just do a quick demo. I built a few of the components. I popped them all out of the cards, but we'll zoom in closer and then I'll show you how the system works. We'll pop a few pieces out, push them together using the clips. We'll make a little mailbox and then you can have a really good idea about how this terrain system works. I've put together most of the furniture already and it's just awesome. Once it's scattered around, it just looks really cool, sets the scene, and you want this as a backdrop so it's not going to be highly detailed and you forget about all the little connectors once you start playing. But let's build this. We've got this little outbuilding, so you just basically pop it all out. Sometimes you'll have to run a little craft knife there if it doesn't come out really easy, but I found with this set all the big pieces certainly came out. There's a few on the ladders you'll want to just run a little blade through when you do those, but as far as this one's concerned, it just pops out. And then you get all these connectors. You've got cross ones, T-shapes, you've got L-shapes for the corners. We'll grab an L-shaped corner piece here, and you see you've got some different sizes. We're going to look for the longest slots there, and then we're just going to push that on, and that's all there is to it. Make sure it's nice and straight, and then we'll get the other piece that's going to go at a right angle, and then we'll slot that in. And then just be careful not to chip that card. If you're too rough with it, you can peel it away a bit, so just take your time. And then we'll grab one of these angled ones, and that's going to match the angle of the... I was going to say angle of the dangle then. I don't know why. But that's going to match the angle of this piece here, so it lines up perfectly. And then you've got another corner bit, so we'll pop that in. Now these clips are really strong. Hold it in solid. There we go. Alright, let's keep this going. We're going to get this all built, put some more of the little angle ones. You can see there, you've got some smaller slots. Now those smaller slots are where you would put things like signs, or you're going to have like a roof or a second floor going onto it. They're going to help line that up, because these little clips have got little ridges, and then that means you don't have to clip them in place. You can just rest them on top of each other. But once you've got it all set up, you can pop these little windows out as well, and then if you want to, you can push them back in, and so that's an option. And then just get it lined up. You can see it's a little bit off at the front, but we can just wiggle those little clips until it's all right. And there's a door as well, so you get different size openings. Let's build this little mailbox now. This is just 3 pieces, and some of the little bits like this, the scatter terrain that you find, will have little scores going through it, and that's going to help you to bend it in place. You're probably better off doing this on some kind of mat where you can line these little scores up nice and smooth, or you can wrap them around a curved object. Like my finger's not doing a great job here. You can see those scores aren't that deep, so it'd be good to get them along a nice crisp edge of a table or a mat and then push down a bit. But this is going to work. This is going to be great. You can also, with these little scatter pieces, glue them together if you want to. That's a good option to make sure they stay in place, because these, once they're built, you're not really going to be wanting to use them for anything else, because you can't really. They're custom made. They're different to the buildings. And that's one little bit pushed in. Let's pop this other side in. And the great thing with this terrain for me is once it's all popped out and built, you've got it all painted and it's ready to play straight away, and you've got a ton of terrain on the surface. Although it comes with a 2 foot by 2 foot board, there's enough here for 3 foot by 3 foot, and certainly for the kill team size boards too. There we go. There's the mailbox. And for some pieces, they recommend, you'll see all this on the Battle Systems website, getting a pen. You can get different coloured felt tips. You don't have to use a Sharpie, and just go along the edge, and that'll just get rid of all those lines. But I find I don't need to really do this. Once it's all laid out on the table, and you've got your miniatures and your rolling dice, you don't even notice it. I like these little pallets, they're cool. You pop these out, and some little pieces like this are going to require a little bit of glue. You don't need super glue, but I just use this super glue Power Gel Loctite. It's my favourite super glue. You get lots of control with it. It sets nicely, and then what you'll do is you'll just glue those pieces in, and there we go. So you get some little pallets, and you get a few of those in this set. I believe there's 7 or 8 altogether. We've also got to glue things like the lids, so we'll glue these 2 together, and then by doing that it makes sure it fits right on top and it stays in place when you move it around. You can open it, have a look inside, that's great fun. Alright, now I'll get it all built up and you can see exactly what it looks like when it's all set up on the 2 foot mat. And here it is, our shanty town, and I've copied the box art here and made all the pieces as best I can just by looking at the pictures. But look how many pieces are left over. There's tons here, and also all this scatter terrain as well. And if you've been seeing some of the other videos, you might recognise some of these pieces from the City Block set. And that's awesome, especially for Population Z, where we'll be using lots of city scenarios. But if you wanted to play it in Kill Team or Infinity, you might leave out some of them and just use maybe some of the more futuristic looking sections. You're definitely going to use the crates and the steps and ladders though. I'll grab some of my Space Marines, some Orcs and other miniatures from different games, and we'll have a look at those. But check out these signs up close first though. You can see you've got all those that you could dot around. You've got tons of these bins as well. So lots and lots of scatter, which I think is really important. And again, all these fridges and everything left over too. You've also got lots of wall sections, little bits that you can stick out, add a bit more character. These are great for giving cover, that kind of thing. And then you've got some nice big panels as well. But here it is with the Space Marines popped on. So if you're playing 40k, you can certainly use these buildings. Kill Team, it's going to just be perfect. You've got all the cover you need. You've got the different heights for vantage points, that kind of thing. So if you're looking for something a bit different for Kill Team, this could be a great option. I don't know if it suits the Space Marines. Maybe the Imperial Fist have crashed in to some stronghold and just destroyed it. Who knows? Or they're just on patrol somewhere. But when you see some Orcs in a moment, I think the Orcs look really cool in this. But of course, who doesn't want a Dreadnought in the middle of the shanty town? It looks great. Here it is with my favourite miniatures from Kill Team at the moment. I'm really loving these models. The Orc Commandos. I just think they look so cool set up on the table. There's so much character to these, and when the Kill Team first came out, this new edition at least, this was the box set, the Octarius box set. I had the most fun building. Everyone pretty much could get hold of a copy, which was awesome. Yeah, it was just great fun. A brilliant set, fantastic miniatures. I had a great time getting it all ready. And there's this little guy as well who's part of that. Brilliant model. But now I've got this built, I'm going to be getting out the City Block set, also the Frontier set and Core Space main game itself. And then you can see here, this is tons and tons of pieces from all three of those sets. So combining those with the Shanty Town, I think is going to be awesome for making a huge display. So look out for that on my Facebook page, certainly coming soon, where I build everything and see how much I can put on a 6-foot by 4-foot table. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome for zombie games. And again, if you want to do a big game of Kill Team, these would just give you so much terrain and lots of options. I hope you enjoyed the video and this gave you a really good idea about what's included in this Shantytown set. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, but also if you hit the like button, subscribe as well to keep up to date with all the new videos. And I look forward to seeing you here again next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. But I'm not done yet. If you want to hang around for a second, I'd love to tell you about Patreon and how I've updated the page now so it's all in line with Population Z and the new fantasy game we've got coming out, and also a sci-fi game as well. We're really busy here behind the scenes getting these games ready for print. Been working on them all for a number of years, and now it's great that finally they're all coming to print. So we've got Population Z already available, and for all these games we release what we call one-shots, and you'll buy those each month. But if you sign up to Patreon, you'll get them all free. So definitely check out the different tiers there available, the different memberships. It'd be awesome if you come and check it out. And of course, a massive thank you to everyone for supporting the channel right from the beginning, who signed up to Patreon. That support means the world to us and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much.